ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬಿಡಿ. हम्म। अरे
हाँ, आप चले जाओ, नो इश्यूज़। आपने स्टार्ट कर दिया स्ट्रीमिंग? हाँ, रिकॉर्डिंग भी स्टार्ट कर दो। आ रहा है? हाँ, ठीक है। कंपनीज़ एक्ट गलत फाइल दे दिया। Where will be the charger?
उधर ही है।
Good morning, all of you online students. Can you hear me? Am I audible? यस। नहीं, 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 वो इधर कर दूँगी मैं। हाँ, ये। Abdul, you are quiet in the form today. So tell me, did you guys revise Sale of Goods Act, whatever we had done yesterday? Yes. Did you even practice writing answers? Did you even practice writing answers? Huh? No. Ma'am, what do you expect? After full day, we went back home last night around 9:30, 10. You reached at 11:30. Why? कितना दूर? And then morning again 9 बजे हम आ गए. अरे एकदम एकदम लॉ का क्लास है. Actually, either they were trying to connect everything, so that is why it took us so long.
तो ये लैपटॉप में डाउनलोड मत करो, विंडोज कितना है इजी।
So, to your statement, Abdul, it's a very simple thing. Sometimes, when you ask the question, you yourself get the answer. So, you just need to ask the question. So, can I Start. We'll start with negotiable instruments first. Yes.
175 or 546.
Just give us 1 minute and then we'll start. What happened? We'll start.
Yes. Mm. Any discount, right? Very good. हाँ, हाँ.
Good morning, Kushi. Just wait for 1 minute. Let they are doing some adjustment here. Then we'll start. Camera.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಟ್ ಹಾ ಹಾ कैमरा सेट कर
अच्छा हाँ नहीं तो आप क्या वो सुनो उनको कैमरा देख रहे हैं।
ओबीएस ओपन ले वैसे हो जाए इंश्योरेंस
Good morning, Basamma.
ठीक है सर you want to like this first time makes it color hello man okay okay instant
It's done.
only start recording
Okay.
can I start
Same link.
the same link can I start
Ah, you can start. I'm just trying to start the link here. Okay, online students, now can you hear me? Can you see me? I think now it's started. Yeah. So yeah, there's one more thing. This is the remote of this AC.
हाँ
Uh, I will. Someone had messaged that, ma'am, today will you complete? Yes, I'll try to, but already 30 minutes are gone. Um, 30 minutes are already because of this technical glitch. 30 minutes are already gone. So in 30 minutes, we would have completed Partnership Act actually. Anyway, chalo, let's start. I'll start with I was planning that today I'll start with Negotiable Instruments Act, and then from Negotiable Instruments Act we will go to Companies Act, and then from that we will go to partnership. Okay. First chapter, there is actually nothing to do a recap. I'll just give you a chart with all the important points. Just go through those charts because actually there is nothing to explain in the first chapter. Okay. So, starting with Negotiable Instruments Act. Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. Online, I hope you are there. You can hear me. Everything is good. So, tell me, what do I mean by a negotiable instrument? What do we mean by a negotiable instrument? The word negotiable means what? Instrument means what? It is a document. And the word negotiable means what? Which can be transferred, which is transferable. And when I say which is transferable, it is transferable how many times? One time, two time, three time, four time, how many times? It can be, some may say it is transferable till its maturity. Even after maturity also it can be transferred. Even after maturity also it can be transferred. But anyway, it is transferable, not once, not twice, but infinite number of times. When we talk about negotiable instrument, section 13 defines the term negotiable instrument. And section 13 says that if I don't use this, is it, am I audible? And what does section 13 say? Negotiable instruments means what? Promissory note, bill of exchange, and check, which is payable to or to the order of or to the bearer of the instrument. What do I mean by payable to the order of? A person's name is given, pay A or order. The instrument is payable to whom? Either to A or as per his order. Or to the bearer. Bearer means what? The person who holds the instrument, to the holder of the instrument, right? However, anyway, when we talk about promissory note, we'll talk about it. What is a promissory note? It is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional promise. Containing an unconditional undertaking. Undertaking means what? Promise. Signed by the maker, promising to pay a certain sum of money to or to the order of or to the bearer of the instrument. But as per the RBI Act, no one other than the what? Government. No one other than the government can issue a promissory note which is payable to what? Which is payable to bearer. Other than government, no one else can issue a promissory note which is payable to bearer. And when we talk about promissory note, a bank note or a currency note, the currency notes that we use, bank notes, they are not considered as what? Promissory note. They are not considered as promissory note. Then what are what are the characteristics of a promissory note? First of all, it must be in writing. It must be in writing. Second, it must there must be a promise to pay. So if I just acknowledge that I am liable to pay you, if I just acknowledge that yes, I am liable to pay you, does it make it a promissory note? No. I have to make a promise that I'm going to pay you that money. Then there must be the promise must be definite and that means the sum of money payable should be a definite sum of money and it should be what? Unconditional. Even though when I talk about unconditional, if there is a condition which is sure to happen, though the time of happening is not known, is it considered as a conditional promissory note? Is it considered as a conditional promissory note? I repeat again, when the condition is something which is sure to happen, though the time of happening is not known, is it considered as a conditional promissory note? Let's say, let's say I will pay you rupees 5,000 on the death of C. Is it considered as a conditional promissory note? No. Because one thing is very sure that C is going to die. When C will die, it's a different story. But C will die or not? Yes. So that is very sure going to happen. So this is not considered as a conditional promissory note. So is it a valid promissory note? Yes. But if it is given on the death of C, provided C leaves me in funds. I know this is sure to happen. Everyone is going to die. No one is an immortal here. Correct or not? But tell me, is it necessary that C is going to leave money for you? No. So this is something which may or may not happen. So this is conditional or this is not conditional. So if only this much was given, conditional or not conditional? Huh? Not conditional. But if this is added, then it becomes what? Conditional. Then it should be what? Signed by the maker. The promise must be to pay money only. It should be a certain sum of money. Mr. A, I will pay you rupees 1000 after deducting all the money you owe me. Mr. A, I will pay you 1000 after deducting all the money you owe me. Is it a promissory note? After deducting all the sum of money that you may owe me, is it a valid promissory note? Okay, I'll write it down. Mr. A, I promise to pay you rupees 10,000 after deducting all sums of money you what? Owe me. Tell me, is it a valid promissory note? No. Because the sum of money should be what? Certain. Is it a valid promissory note? No. But instead of this, if it was given, I promise to pay you 10,000 along with interest at the rate of 15%. Now tell me, this is a valid promissory note. Yes, this is a valid promissory note. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. Then the parties must be what? Certain and definite. And this instrument must be stamped. Earlier, check also had to be stamped, but obviously now check does not have, need not be, it does not require to be stamped, but promissory note and bill of exchange have to be what? Stamped. So is it clear to all of you? Yes. So basically, let us say A owes money to B. So who will draw the promissory note? Tell me. A owes money to B. So who will draw the promissory note? A or B? Sure. A will draw the promissory note. What do I call A? And what do I call B? B. So the person who the parties are maker and pay. Maker is the person who draws the promissory note. Pay is the person to whom the promissory note, to whom the money promised in that note is payable. Is it clear to all of you? Can I move forward? Yes. Moving on to the next one. What is a bill of exchange? A bill of exchange is an unconditional order signed by the maker promising to pay a certain sum of money to or to the order of or to the bearer of the instrument. Basic difference here. A owes money to B. Who draws the promissory note? A. On whom? B. A owes money to B. And they decide to make a bill of exchange. So now tell me who is going to make this bill of exchange? B. In case of promissory note, the debtor makes the promissory note. Here, who makes the promissory note? Bill of exchange, creditor. So B is going to make a bill of exchange on A. That A, I order you to pay me this sum of money. Right? A, I order you to pay me this sum of money. And when I say A, B makes an order on A. B is known as what? Drawer. And what is A known as? Drawee. What is A known as? Drawee. Now, what will A have to do? A will have to accept it. So when A signs the instrument and accepts it, he becomes what? Acceptor. Now, this bill of exchange can be made like it's made like this. Mr. A, I order you to pay me rupees 10,000. Okay? I order you to pay me rupees 10,000. Here, who is the drawer and signed by B? Who is the drawer? Mr. B is the drawer, right? Who is the drawee? Mr. A. First signature is the signature of the drawer. He is drawing the instrument, so he is signing the instrument as a drawer. Now, what will A do? A will sign it, showing that he has accepted. So A becomes what? The acceptor. He is the drawee, he also becomes the acceptor. So these first two signatures, the first signature is what? The first signature is drawer, the second signature is drawee, who is the acceptor. Instead of writing, I order you to pay me, can he also write, I order you to pay C? Yes or no? So C is what? C is what? C is the pay. Just a second. Okay, so nothing is happening. Just give us a second. So C is what? C is the pay. When he writes pay me, who is the pay? When he writes pay me, who is the pay? B is the pay, correct or not? That means, first of all, can I say there are three parties, drawer, drawee, and pay? Yes. Can I say drawer and pay can be the same or they can be different? When I say pay me, the drawer and pay is the same. When I say pay C, the pay and drawer is different. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Now I want you to look at the characteristics here. Can you see the characteristics? Yes. You will see that they are almost same as what? Promissory note. I just want you to read it, please. Okay. Can promissory note be transferred? So see, um, so there is one question someone has asked in the online, like the YouTube link. You see, there is one question. I want everyone to answer that question. Last, May Abdul has asked one question. I want you to answer that question, please. One question is there. I want everyone to answer this question. Okay. Okay, Pranay. Can a promissory note be transferred? Yes, it's a negotiable instrument. It's freely, unless you have made a what you say restrictive endorsement, which we is not there in our syllabus, so I'll not go into that. If you have made a restrictive endorsement, then it's a different thing. Otherwise, every negotiable instrument is transferable. Okay? Maker and pay must be certain, definite, and different persons. What does this mean? Ah, so I cannot draw a promissory note on myself. I promise to pay myself rupees 10,000 on my birthday. Now you would say, ma'am, date is not given, uncertain. Arey, my birthday is very certain, right? But still, can I draw a promissory note on myself? No. So is it a valid promissory note? No. Let's say I promised to pay Mr. X rupees 10,000 on this day. Mr. X is no one, does not exist. Is it a valid promissory note? No, it's a fictitious person, right? So the persons should be certain, they should be definite, and they should be different persons. I promise to pay A, B, or C rupees 10,000. What? I will either pay A or B or C. What is this? If they are joint promises, that's a different thing. But I'm saying I'll pay A or B or C. It can only be payable to. Exactly. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. So if you will, Abdul, if you will spam the YouTube, then what else will they do? Huh? So now moving on to the next one. Can we move forward to the next one? Yes. What is a check? A check is a bill of exchange. So please remember all the characteristics features of a bill of exchange are also the features of check, but still there is a difference. We will talk about it later. I mean, when we do the characteristics, you will understand. So, when we talk about a check is also a bill of exchange, but there is one difference here. In a check, the drawee is always a banker. The drawee is always a banker. A check is a bill of exchange drawn on a specified banker, not expressed to be payable otherwise than on demand. That means what? It is always payable on. So someone makes a payment to you. Someone makes a payment. Abdul, I think you have not done this chapter. So since we have not done this chapter in the class, you will not understand it. So when I say it's payable on demand, that means let's say someone gives you a check, you frame it and keep it there. Money come, 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 come. Exactly. Oh, Hindi wala come will happen then, right? So you cannot just money will not just fly out of this check, or bank will not come and say, "Sir, you have a check. Please take the money." You have to go and say, "Please give me the money." So it's always payable on demand, and includes a check in the what? A truncated check and a check in the electronic form. So when we say truncated check, we have discussed this concept. Even when we talk about truncated check, basically when the clearing sessions happen, no man. So RBI has a clearing session. So if you make a payment by check, it takes 3 days to clear. The reason being, they will go to the banker's representative will take this check at the during the clearing session at the clearing houses. Then the other bank who is going to make the payment is going to confirm, and then the payment will be done. So in this procedure, what happens to the paper check? No, they crumble this paper check, convert it into electronic form, that yes, I have made payment on this check, and that check, that crumbled check, is thrown away. So this is known as what? A truncated check. And a check in an electronic form means what? A check in an electronic form means that you have, instead of the paper check, everything is done digitally. You have the check in the electronic form. You will give a digital signature. Our OTP also, can we say it's a digital signature, correct or not? Yes. So, and includes a truncated check or a check in an electronic form. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. So, what is the basic difference between promissory note and bill of exchange? So here the maker is the debtor, whereas in bill of exchange, the drawer is the creditor. I am making a promise to pay, whereas here it is an order to pay. I'm ordering the other person to pay. Here there is two parties, whereas here there are three parties. Can I say in case of the promissory note, the liability of the maker is primary? Correct or not? He is the main person who is liable to pay. Correct? Whereas in case of bill of exchange, the liability of the drawer is what? Is it primary? No. Who is liable? Drawee is liable. Now, if B endorses the instrument to someone, then in that case, who is mainly liable? A. If A fails, then who is liable? B. So the liability is what? Secondary and conditional. If promissory note is dishonored, do I get it noted or protested? No. But if bill of exchange is dishonored, do I get it noted and in case of foreign bill even protested? Yes. Then tell me, can we draw do we draw promissory note in sets? No. But a bill of exchange, if it is a foreign bill, can be drawn in sets. These are not there in your syllabus so much, so it's okay. Tell me, what's the difference between bill of exchange and check? What is the difference between bill of exchange and check? It is drawn on a, your banker is also the debtor here, no? Because banker has my money. Will the banker pay the money if you have not deposited the money? No. So that money is being held by the banker on your, yes. So the banker is that, so you have deposited 1 lakh. So can I say for 1 lakh, the banker is your debtor? Correct or not? Yes. If it is a self check, then drawer and pay is the same. If let's say you have to pay to Yashas Academy, then drawer is you. Drawer is the banker. You're ordering your banker that please pay Yashas Academy this sum of money. Yashas Academy is what? The pay. So tell me, what is the difference between bill of exchange and check? Bill of exchange, the drawee is not a banker, but in case of check, the drawee is always a banker. Bill of exchange is not always payable on demand, whereas check is always payable on demand. Right? What else? Can I stop payment on a check? Yes. But can I stop payment on a bill of exchange? No. On due date, I may not pay. And that would be what? Dishonor due to non-payment. But can I actually, what do you say, stop payment on the bill of exchange? No. Can I cross a check? Yes. Can I cross a bill of exchange? No. Can I cross a check? Yes. Can I cross bill of exchange? No. If the check is dishonored due to insufficiency of fund, is it a punishable offense? Yes. But dishonor due to non-payment, is it a punishable offense? No. Clear all of you? And yes, bill of exchange has to be stamped. Do I have to stamp my check? No. So let's see the characteristics of check. If you see from 1 to 7 is the same, 8 and 9 are two different points. Okay? 8 and 9 are two different points. So I want you to just once go through this and then we'll move forward. I'll just be back in a minute. One question in the online. Huh? Promissory note also have noting charges. Go to the differences and read the differences of you are carrying your material with you. Promissory note and bill of exchange are differences. I want you to go through it. Abdul, you have not attended the lectures yet. You will not understand. So please don't attend this revision lecture without attending the main class. Pranay, promissory note, okay. Check also needs to be noted and protested. Huh? No, I'm talking. What is noting charges actually? Huh? We go to the notary officer. And then we give a. I mean, he gives a. He stamps that yes, the instrument has not been paid. That means on the due date, the instrument was what? Not paid. So this is what? This is noting. Bill of exchange ke case mein you have to get it noted. But do you have to get it noted for promissory note as well as check? No, not even check. You don't have to get it noted. Okay? Protesting is issuing a formal certificate by the notary. That is only in case of foreign bills. Okay? Abdul, hopefully next month it will be. So, can we move forward? Yes. Now, types of instrument. Moving on to the types of instrument. Before we do types of instrument, I want to discuss negotiation. What is negotiation? I am transferring the instrument. So, when I am transferring the instrument, what is the motive of transferring the instrument? What is the motive of transferring the instrument? What is the motive of transferring the instrument? The motive is to make the transferee the holder of the instrument. Right? What is the motive of transferring the instrument? The motive of transferring the instrument is to make the transferee the holder of the instrument. Now, we have two types of instrument. What are the two types? One is bearer and one is order. You already know what is bearer and what is order, correct? What is bearer? The person who holds the instrument. What? Whoever holds the instrument. And what is order? The person whose name appears on the instrument. Now, when we talk about bearer instrument, Can I just negotiate this instrument by delivery? Correct or not? Yes. This instrument can be transferred just by delivery of the instrument. Whereas when we talk about order instrument, here I need huh, to endorse. So what is endorsement? Say, let's say this is the instrument, pay A or order. Now A will sign it. When he signs his name, this is known as what? This is known as what? He has endorsed the instrument. Can he also write pay B or order? Yes. So the moment he signs this instrument, he has what? Endorsed. So what is endorsement? To write something on the instrument. But for endorsement, delivery is very, very, very mandatory. Delivery is what? Very, very, very mandatory. In fact, if the instrument is not delivered, it's not a valid what? It is not a valid endorsement. So delivery is very important. If it's not delivered, the instrument, I mean the endorsement is not valid. Actually, what mistake I made, I had a separate document for all this, which I wanted to because I had separate document as in I had questions, separate questions also for this. Just give me 1 second if I can find that. I had kept questions. It's not there. I had added questions in that sheet. You all have the scanners with you? The Swift scans you have? Yes, let me just open the Swift scan and I'll tell you which page I want you to answer. Separate questions. We have not done these. We'll do it later. Wait. In the material, right? Give me the material once. Everyone has the material, right? ICI has more questions than the scanners. I want you to give me the answer to question number 4 and question number 1. Not 1, 2. Question 2 and question 4. I say material, I'll just check once. Okay? I'll just check if there are extra questions. There are extra questions. Give me no the material. ICI material. 2 and 4. Give me the answers to 2 and 4. Please tell me now. So, in the ICI material, no, question number one. Question number one and question number two. Mm-hmm. You have sent it to me? Mm. Krishna is in full. Give me the answer to question. What question numbers did I say? Two and four was from that material, but not that. This though it is there in our scanners. Question number one and two from ICI material. Online students can also answer. What happened? Full day you will take to answer these two questions. Second question I told you, no? So the person he had endorsed the instrument, and after endorsing that instrument, he kept it in his table drawer, and then he dies. And his son gives this instrument to the other person, to the endorsee. Is it a valid instrument? Valid endorsement? Is it a valid endorsement? No. Why not? Because only the person who has endorsed has a right to deliver. If he would have asked his son to deliver, then it's a different story. But he never did that. Is it a valid endorsement? No. Then tell me, the second question is about person. He endorsed the instrument. That is question number four. He endorsed the instrument, but then and he kept it in his table drawer. Before he could deliver the instrument, he was what happened? He was dead. He was no more. He was dead. Now, the person, the endorsee, He comes and claims the money on the instrument. Can he actually claim the money on the instrument? No. Actually, Khushi, I was trying to do that. This is not connecting to the internet. So that is why I just couldn't, show you the question. It is ICI question only. Tell me, ICAI question number one. Huh? This is the same case. I endorse the instrument. So let's say I don't want to die. So let's say A endorsed the instrument to B but did not deliver. And then what happens? A is Swaha. A is what? A is Swaha. So after A is Swaha, this person B found the instrument and he claims money on the instrument. Can he claim money on the instrument? No. Can he claim money on the instrument? No. Why not? Because the delivery has not been made. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. So this is instrument. So in endorsement, this delivery is very important, and unless delivered, the instrument is not valid. M owes money to N. Okay. And so he made a promissory note and gave half of the promissory note to N. M has to pay money to M. M has to pay money to N, and so M draws a promissory note. M draws a promise. Now what he does is he tears this promissory note, gives half to N, keeps half. अभी बोलो क्या होगा? क्या होगा? What will happen? Not possible. Why? The instrument should be delivered in full. When you tear the instrument in half, it is not a valid what? It is not a valid delivery. Valid delivery. So it's not a valid instrument. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. Can we move forward? What is the weightage of this chapter? What is the weightage of this chapter? I had given you the weightage of every chapter. Now I don't know. 10 to 12 marks. It's 10 to 13 marks. Yes, 10 to 13 marks. Can I move forward to the next part? Yes. What are the different types of instruments that we have? The first one, bearer instrument. What do I mean by bearer instrument? Who will receive the money on the instrument is not mentioned. Who will receive the money on the instrument is not mentioned. That means, can I say the name of the payee is not given? Correct or not? There is no name of the payee. There is no name of the payee. Now, or Ajal, tell me one thing. Let's say the instrument is payable to pay A or order. It is payable to A or it is payable as per A's order. Correct? Now, what happened was on this instrument, A signs it. Did A mention the name of the person to whom this instrument is payable? No. Did A mention the name of the person to whom this instrument is payable? No. So, can I say whoever holds this instrument now gets the money on the instrument? Yes? Yes. Because A did not write, A just signed it. That sign is endorsement. If A would have written pay B or order, then the instrument would have been payable to whom? B or order, right? But A just gave that instrument to you, right? So can I say it becomes a bearer instrument again? Yes or no? You give it to me. Who can go and claim the money? I give it to him. Do I have to write anything? No. I just hand it over. Whoever is holding the instrument gets the money. No, not necessary. Only the signature. I had when I was teaching you endorsement, I had taught you. It is not mandatory that I should write the word endorsed to. I just sign, that is endorsement, right? With or without the words endorsed to. So just my signature is enough. So endorsed to is not mandatory to be written. So that means, can I say the endorsement is in blank? It makes you a what? Bearer instrument. Either it was endorsed once only and it was in blank, or it was endorsed multiple times, but the last endorsement is a blank. What is a blank endorsement? I don't mention the name of the person. Is it clear? The name of the endorsee. I don't mention the name of the endorsee. What is an order instrument? So tell me, if it is a bearer instrument, can I negotiate a bearer instrument? Can I negotiate a bearer instrument? Yes. And how can it be negotiated? By endorsement and delivery, or only by delivery also? Only by delivery also. Only by delivery also. Okay. Moving on to the next one. What is order instrument? Can I say it is name of the pay is given? Correct or not? Yes, name of the pay is given. It is payable to a specified person, or it is payable to the order of the specified person, or the last endorsement is in full. So, see, we have two types of endorsement. One is blank endorsement, and one is full endorsement. In both, can I say sign of endorser is there? Correct or not? Yes, because unless the sign of the endorser is there, endorsement is not valid. But can I say in case of blank endorsement, name of endorsee is what? Missing. Whereas in case of full endorsement, name of endorsee is present. Is it clear to all of you? Are you sure? Yes? Can we move forward? Yes? Moving on to the next one, inland instrument. Because it is an inland instrument, it has to be made in or drawn in what? India. One condition is mandatory. It has to be drawn in India. And then any one of the two condition works. What? It can be either payable in India, it can be payable in India, or it can be drawn on a person resident in India. If you remember, we had discussed 10 different examples for this. What? Acha, tell me one thing. If a inland instrument is endorsed outside India, is it still an inland instrument? If an inland instrument is endorsed outside India, is it still an inland instrument? Yes or no? Yes, it is still an inland instrument. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Now tell me. Now tell me, what is a foreign instrument? Huh? Which is not an inland instrument. Let's say if it is drawn in India, is it drawn outside India? Sorry. First, let's say it is drawn outside India. Can I call it as a foreign instrument? Yes. Yes. Or let us say it is drawn outside India, but it is payable in India and drawn on a person resident in India. Is it an inland instrument or a foreign instrument? Why? Because it is mandatory, it has to be drawn in India. Drawn outside India means what? It is not a, it is not. Then next case, let's say it is drawn in India, but payable outside India and drawn on a person resident outside India. Can I call it as a foreign instrument? Yes or no? Yes. Why? Because it is drawn, there are two things. First, it should be drawn in India, and any one of this point should be fulfilled. Here it is drawn in India, but it is payable outside India. So this point is not fulfilled, and it is drawn on a person resident out. So this condition is also not fulfilled. So is it a foreign or an inland instrument? Foreign instrument. Is it clear to all of you? Can we move forward? Can we move forward? Yes. Okay. So moving on to the next one, inchoate instrument. Inchoate means it's an incomplete instrument. Some informations are missing. All informations are not missing. Some. Obviously, signature of the drawer or maker has to be there. So, no, first let's complete incoherent, then we'll go to ambiguous. So, tell me, when we talk about incoherent instrument, blank check, can I call it as an incoherent instrument? Have you seen a blank check? Yes. Movies में देखा है ना? You leave my daughter. Take this check and fill it for whatever amount. तो मन करता है unlimited zeros, infinite number of zeros add कर दो. I mean, हाँ, seriously. We should ask भाई कितने zeros तक add कर सकता हूँ, है ना? हाँ? हाँ. Oh, what an idea, boss. Matlab, till now, since morning, he did not answer one single question. The first answer that he's coming up with is how he can marry that rich girl. And good, no, he is arrested. So he is out of the way. Money is also mine, girl is also mine. Oh, wow. Nice. Ah, good legends. Exactly. Exactly. So, can I say a blank check? Okay. A blank check is an inchoate instrument. Yes. Yes, a blank check is an inchoate instrument. Acha, tell me, is an inchoate instrument valid? Is an inchoate instrument valid? Actually, no. But before filing or before claiming money on that instrument, if I fill it up, then is it valid or not? Yes, then it is valid. Otherwise, it is not valid. Okay, coming back again to inchoate instrument. Let's say A gave an inchoate instrument to B. A did not fill up the money on the instrument. He made this instrument and the instrument value was 5,000. Stamp value was 5,000. Stamp value 5,000 means I did not put stamp of 5,000. It means the value of the stamp covers up to how much? 5,000 rupees. A had to pay B 2,000. So he orders B, he informs B that please fill up for how much? 2,000. B fills up for 2,000. Can he claim the 2,000? Yes. Yes. B fills up for 5,000. Can he claim 5,000? Because as between A and B, consideration has moved only for how much? 2,000. How much can he claim? Can he claim 5,000? No. B endorsed it to C. For how much? 5,000. C is what? Holder in due course. Who's a holder in due course? Who buys the instrument before maturity, for consideration, and in good faith. Right? He endorses it to C and tells him to fill the instrument for 5,000. How much can C recover from B? 5,000. How much can C recover from A? 5,000. So, see what's given? The person signing and is liable both to the holder and to the holder in due course. The holder cannot recover amount in excess of the amount intended to be paid by the signer. Whereas the holder in due course can recover any amount provided it is covered by the stamp. Is it clear to everyone? I hope it's clear, all of you. Yes. Can I move forward? Yes. Ambiguous instrument. What is ambiguity by the way? Not clear. When an instrument looks like more than one instrument, obviously check not possible because check has a specific format. If you think check is looks like a bill of exchange, it is your problem, not the check's problem, right? But can it happen between promissory note and bill of exchange? Yes. I name the instrument as promissory note, and in that promissory note, I write, I order you to pay me. So this is what? Bill of exchange. But the name of the instrument is what? Promissory note. When an instrument looks like both a promissory bill of exchange, how will I treat it? The holder will decide. If the holder decides to treat it as a promissory note, from now on it will become what? Promissory note. If the holder decides to treat it as a bill of exchange, from now it will become a bill of exchange. Is it clear to all of you? Yes? With this, we are done with the types of instrument. Just a second, this will switch off. Ikjun, come here, no, please, once. If you can find the charging point, तो please charging. हाँ, it is. So moving on to the next one. Dishonor of check due to insufficiency of funds. Actually, the concept is if we don't punish you, then everyone will keep issuing checks. And those checks will keep dishonoring. And then what is my faith in business? You are giving me check on the faith of the check. I have given you goods, and then the check is getting dishonored. And if no one is punished, this will keep happening like a vicious cycle. Correct or not? So better just stop this. What is the punishment? What is the 2 years or twice the amount of the check or both? Twice the amount of the check or both. But I give you a check and it is dishonored. Will you immediately file a case against me? No, there are a few conditions. First, we need to understand that it should be in discharge of a liability. That means what? There should be a consideration. If I give the check as a gift to you, will it be and if that check is dishonored, will it be covered here? No. If you remember, I gift you 1 lakh rupees at your wedding. Happily you keep it. Honeymoon expenses coming from this only. But the check dishonored. All my dreams of honeymoon lost. Can you claim? Can you sue me? No. Why? Because it is a gift. Then I gave you 1 lakh rupees check. You were super excited. Oh my God, I'm going to use this money for the naming ceremony of my son or daughter. You kept it. After 3 years, you go to the bank. Please give me money. Huh? What? Can you do that? No. So it should be presented within 3 months or within the period of its validity, whichever is earlier. Now, what will happen the day the bank tells you that the check has been dishonored? The bank will tell whom? The payee or the holder. Correct? The day the bank tells you within 30 days, you will give a notice to the drawer. Ma'am, why notice? He knows no, his check has been dishonored. See, please understand, we are doing business. I gave you the check today. I thought you will go and present it tomorrow. And you did not present, and I used the money somewhere else, not knowing that you have not presented, not on purpose. So I should be given one more opportunity that if I'm willing to pay, maybe I've not done it knowingly on purpose. So within 30 days, a notice will be sent to whom? To the drawer. Once the notice is sent, within 15 days, the drawer should pay. If he pays, well and good. If he does not pay, then I will go and sue him. Is it clear to everyone? Yes? Can we move forward? Acha, in this, no, I want to discuss a case. Let me just see if it is connected to the internet now. Wait. There is this one interesting case which I want to discuss. Yo. चलो कोई नहीं, it won't happen. I will only give you the example. A issued a check to B and told him to present after 5 days. He tells him, please present it after 5 days. On the third day, he goes to the bank and orders for stop payment. That means he instructs his bank that please don't pay on this what? Check. Please don't pay on this check. Now tell me. Will he be punishable under section 138 or not? Will he be punishable under section 138 or not? What do you think? Will he be punishable under section 138 or not? Huh? I repeat again, he issued a check and he told me that please present this check to the bank after 5 days. And on the third day, he goes to the bank and tells the bank, do not make payment on this check. So my question is, online will also answer. Will he be punishable? He'll be punishable. Okay, Ravi says, yes, ma'am, he'll be punishable. Others tell me, will he be punishable or not? No. Why? Because it was not insufficiency of funds. He has present after 5 days. He will still be punishable. Here, like this, if you will do, every time you don't have balance in your account, you will issue check and then say don't present and go and order the bank. B comes and sues A. A says, look, what section 138 says? If the check is dishonored due to insufficiency of funds. Here is the check dishonored due to insufficiency of funds. He says, no. Why is it dishonored? I ordered for stop payment. So 138 is not covered. So lawmakers said, if we allow this, this will happen. So lawmakers said, wait. Two things here. Why have you given an order for stop payment? If the order for stop payment was given because you don't have money, so you have issued check and later you go and order bank don't pay. And why do you order bank don't pay? Because you don't have funds. You will still be punishable under section 138. But if the stop payment was ordered for some other reason, then will you be punishable under section 138? No. Then you will not be punishable under section 138. Is it clear to all of you? Akka? Yes? Can we move forward? Yes? Presentment. A lot of things are there, small points. Basically, what is presentment? To bring the instrument in the presence of the other party. Like if it is an instrument which is payable after sight. After sight means only when you show me that instrument, then the maturity period will start, right? If it is a bill of exchange, you have to accept the instrument, correct? So you have to present for acceptance. Then again, if the instrument has to be, you want payment on that instrument, you have to present to the other person. Only then the payment will be made. So if the instrument is a promissory note and it is payable after what? Sight. Then you have to present the instrument. Yes or no? It must be presented within a reasonable time and during the business hours and on a business day. Clear, all of you? If you fail to present, no party will be liable. If you fail to present, no party will be liable. If it is a bill of exchange has to be presented when? For acceptance. Bill of exchange has to be presented when? For acceptance. Then it must be presented when? Within a reasonable time during the business hours and on a business day. For acceptance, we actually give how much time? 48 hours. And if you have specified a particular place for presentment, then it has to be presented what? At that place. If it is not presented, what will happen? No parties will be liable. Liability is over. Acha, tell me, I tried to search who? Drawing for acceptance. He was not found. I search, but he was not found. What will it be now? Huh? This is dishonor by non-acceptance. Is it clear to everyone? This is presentment for promissory note payable after sight and for acceptance in case of bill of exchange. Now, do I also have to present the instrument for payment? Do I have to present the instrument for payment? Yes. Presentment for payment. To whom? Maker. If it's a promissory note. Or acceptor. If it is a bill of exchange. Or to the drawee. If it is a check. When will you present? Time. Arey, this is common sense. When will you present? During the business hours. Correct or not? Yes, during the business hours. Where? Presented for payment at the specified place. If there is a specified place. If there is no place specified, okay? If there is no place specified, then in that case, what? Place of business or his usual residence. Place of business or usual residence. Or if there is no known place of business or residence, it must be presented to him in person wherever he can be found. So there are three cases. First, what? First, what is the first case? Specified place. You will get it at the specified place only. Second case, if there is no place specified, then what? Huh? Place of business or usual address. Or if there is no known place of business or residence, then in that case, wherever the person can be found. Correct? If the instrument is payable after date or sight, we will present it when? At maturity. And if it is payable in installment, on every installment, it should be presented on the third day. That means what? Let us say it is payable in this period of time installments. This is the first installment, third day from here. Second, third day from here. Third day from here. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Instrument, if it is payable on demand, then it should be presented within a reason. After 6 years, you are asking for payment. Reasonable time. Now, you know what is reasonable time has not been defined. If there is a default in presentment, we already discussed, what will happen? No party is liable. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. When is presentment not necessary? That means when you don't have to present the instrument either for payment or for acceptance. I want you to read these points once before we discuss. So when is presentment not necessary? When they prevent the presentment, when the party is only preventing. So you are preventing, correct? Or it is payable at a business place, and on on the working day, that place is what? That place is closed, right? I tell you, come to UD at this time and I'll accept it, and I'm only not there, right? Payable at a specified place and the party does not come to that place. Or if the party is not found after due search, if the party is not found after due search, even if in the case of acceptance also, it is dishonor by non-acceptance, this is dishonor by non-payment, in any of these cases. Or liable, the party who is liable, they said that even if you don't present, I am still liable to pay you. So in that case, liability to present is over, because you have only said even if you don't present, I am liable to pay. Then liable party waives off his right, or if the drawer could not suffer damages due to non-presentment. In all of these cases, presentment is not necessary. What are the rules for compensation? They have asked a question on this. If what it means is that in case of dishonor of a negotiable instrument, what can I claim from you? Can I claim the amount which is due on the negotiable instrument? Yes or no? Yes. Let's say I incurred noting charges, protesting charges. Can I claim that? Yes. But I can also claim interest at the rate of 18% per annum. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. If you see the Swift scanners, no? So the Swift scans, there is this one question. I think the first question in the Swift scans. Give me the answer to that and we are done with this. No, 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 wait. Second question. Second question. Can we say he will get those three? What? The amount of the promissory note? It was a promissory note, right? Huh? It was a promissory note, correct? The question says that he had purchased goods on credit and the payment was made by a promissory note, which was dishonored. Can we say he can claim that money? What is that money? 1,50,000. He can also claim any expenses. Plus, he can claim interest at the rate of 18%. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. With this, we are done with the Negotiable Instruments Act. This chapter is over. We should always applaud. Happy. Acha, I'll start with Companies Act after this. Yes. You want 5 minutes break before we start? You can attend nature's call. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll download that document before I. Okay, finally done. So what should I start first? Companies Act or Companies Act? Okay. I don't want this. Wow, I still forgot to download one thing. I will do it later. After we finish off this chapter, I'll do it after that. You can switch it off for now. Later, I'll, yeah. So, starting with Companies Act, Companies Act 2013. So, tell me, what exactly is a company? Huh? Company defines the term company as company incorporated under this act or any other previous act. So, what are the characteristics of a company? Separate legal entity. What do I mean by separate legal entity? Huh? Company and members are different. That means company and members are not liable to each other. The next one is what? Perpetual succession. What is perpetual succession? Members may come, members may go, company shall continue. The death of a member does not result in the death of the company. What is the next one? The liability of the members of a company is limited. Limited to what? To the unpaid value of the shares that the members hold. Capacity to sue and be sued. If I want to sue a member, sorry, if I want to sue a company, can I sue it in the name of the company or do I need the name of the members? And the members, I'm sorry, the outsiders can also sue the company in its own name. It does not need the name of the members. Separate property. Property of the company belongs only to whom? Only to the company. And the member has no rights over this property. Separate management, even though I am the owner of the company is being managed by a separate body called the board of directors. And the last one is what? Common seal. When we talk about common seal, under the 2015 Act, the common seal is no longer mandatory. So if we have it, good. Otherwise, fine. Who will sign it? The director. And if the company has a secretary, company secretary will sign the documents. Now, moving on to the types of company. Before I actually go into the types of company, can I say broadly, every company can be classified into two heads. What are those two heads? Private and public. Private company can be limited by shares or limited by guarantee on or unlimited liability. And again, public also can be limited by shares, limited by guarantee, or unlimited life. Can I say private also includes OPC and small companies? Now, there are different types of companies. The first one is on the basis of what? Liability. It can be limited or unlimited. The first one is what? Limited by shares. The liability of the member is limited to the unpaid value of the shares held by them. When I say unpaid value of the shares held by them, tell me unpaid value of the shares. Let's say the value of my shares is rupees 100 and I have already paid rupees 60. What is my liability? 40. When am I liable to pay? When the company makes a call. When can the company make a call? Either during the course of business or during winding up. What is limited by guarantee? The amount a member undertakes to contribute to the assets of the company in the event of its being wound up. The members, they give a promise that tomorrow when the company goes into winding up, I'm going to pay this amount to the company. So what is the basic difference between limited by shares and limited by guarantee? Limited by shares, the amount can be called up during the course of business or during winding up, whereas limited by guarantee, the amount can be called up only during the winding up. Correct? Now, tell me, when we talk about limited by guarantee, this can I say this can be with share capital, or it can also be, what? Without share capital. It can be with share capital or without share capital. When I say with share capital, can I say double liability for the unpaid value as well as the guarantee amount? When I say without share capital, single liability only for the guaranteed amount. What is unlimited liability company? I forgot that there is an online session also. What is an unlimited liability company? Huh? I found it. Hmm. What is unlimited liability company? No limit on the liability of the member. But then how does it differ from partnership then? In partnership, the partners have unlimited liability towards the third party. Whereas here, the partners have unlimited liability the members have unlimited liability towards the company and not towards the third party. Then moving on to the next one, OPC. As per rules, actually, definition only says OPC means what? Which has only one member. It's like the definition is like an elastic band. You just stretch it out, nothing else. But the rules actually tell us about the provisions. So tell me, who can be a member or a nominee of an OPC? Only a natural person? Who's an Indian citizen, whether resident in India or otherwise. So, what does this actually mean? It means that Indian citizen is mandatory. Residency is not mandatory. That means, can an NRI invest in an OPC in India or be a nominee of an OPC in India? Yes. Yes. Huh? Right? But if you are a foreign citizen, can you be a member or a nominee? No. What do I mean by resident in India? Who has stayed in India for not less than 120 days in the immediately preceding financial year. Not year, financial year. Year and financial year is different. Year means what? January to December. Financial year means what? April to April to March. Then what is the next one? Then tell me, what is the concept of nominee? That in the event of death or incapacity of the member, who will become the member? The nominee will become the member. Then tell me, can I just put in the name of the nominee or should I take something from him? I have to take a written consent. And where do I file this written consent? With the ROC. Tell me, after the nomination, I decide that I don't want to be the nominee. Can I withdraw my nomination? Yes. After appointing you as a nominee, I decided I don't want you as my nominee. can I change my nomination? Yes. So the nominee may withdraw his nomination or the member may change his nomination. Now tell me, how many companies can I be? Acha, where do I put the name of the nominee? Where is the name of the nominee given? It is given in the memorandum, right? Memorandum. It is given in the no, the document is memorandum. Memorandum contains the name of the nominee. How many companies can I be a nominee or a member? One. I mean, one member or one nominee or one member and at the same time one nominee. A person can be a member of one OPC and at the same time he can be a nominee of one other OPC, but only one. Now tell me, what happens if a person becomes a member of more than one OPC? How can you become a member of one OPC? Can you actually appoint another OPC? No. You can only become because of nomination. That's the only way. Now, what will happen? In this case, what will happen? Within how many days? Within 180 days, he must select any one OPC. Within 180 days, he must select any one OPC. Now, tell me, what are the restrictions? Can a minor be a member or a nominee? No. Then tell me, can a minor ke apart, what are the other restrictions? Can it be incorporated as a Section 8 company or converted into a Section 8 company? No. Then tell me, can it carry on the business of non-banking financial company? No. Can it invest in the securities of any body corporate? No. So these are the restrictions on OPC. Uh-huh. It can convert into a private or a public company. That there is no restriction on that. Private company. What is a private company? Which has a minimum paid up capital as may be prescribed. As of today, nothing has been prescribed. And by its articles, first, what is the first one? Restricts what? The number of members, restricts the transferability of shares. What is the second one? Limits the number of members, except in the case of OPC. Except in the case of OPC, limits the number of members to 200. But when we talk about this 200, when I count this 200, joint holders are counted as what? Single members. And employees and ex employees who acquired the shares while in employment and continue to hold them even after the employment ceases, will they be counted or they will not be counted? They will not be counted, and prohibits the invitation to the public to subscribe in the securities of the company. What is a public company? Which is not the best definition, the least complicated definition ever. Has a minimum paid up capital as may be prescribed. Company which is a subsidiary of a company not being a private company shall be deemed to be a, in its articles it is still a private company, but Companies Act will apply on it as if it is a public company. Small company. What is a small company? Other than a, okay, sure. Huh? What is a small company? What happens actually when you become a small company? You enjoy certain privileges. What is a small company? Which is not a public company, which is not a public company and has paid up capital not exceeding how much? 4 crores. Right? 4 crores. 4 crores. I wrote that only. Okay? Huh. And I have notified it here. No? I have added it as a notification. You can directly write it in the definition also. And turnover of which, as per the PL of the immediately preceding financial year, does not exceed how much? 40 crores. On this, there is one LLP ka concept also, if you remember. Small LLP. What is a small LLP? What is a small LLP? Contribution of which does not exceed how much? 25 lakhs or such higher amount as may be prescribed, not exceeding how much? 5 crores. And turnover, as per, here we don't have PL. statement of accounts and solvency. Everyone giving me quite a blank look. Not exceeding how much? 40 lakhs or such higher amount as may be prescribed, not exceeding how much? 50 crores. Go to LLP. You'll find it there. Go to LLP. Online students, did you find it? Did you find it, guys? Did you find it? There was no reason to find. You should have remembered it though. That's a different story altogether. But nothing in this clause shall apply to a holding or a subsidiary company. Company registered under what? Section 8 and company governed by special act. The next one, holding and subsidiary company. The relation of holding subsidiary is interrelated, which is very much evident from the definition of holding. Company is said to be the holding of another if such other is its subsidiary. Now, you become a subsidiary if you fulfill any one of the two conditions. What? Either you control the composition of the board of directors. When we say controls the composition of the board of directors, what does it mean? What does it mean? You have the right to appoint or remove the majority of the directors. You have a right to appoint or remove the majority of the directors. This is the first thing. What is the second thing? Huh? Or you are holding more than one half of the total voting power. This holding can be on your own, or it could be together with your subsidiary, or it could be through your subsidiary. But when it is through your subsidiary, it cannot go beyond two layers. Right? You want me to explain anything? Huh? One example you want? For which one? For both. Let's say, I'll just open up this one. So, let's say X Limited has 7 directors. Acha, I'll not take 7. Someone actually once asked me, what if the number is 8? In your class only? No. In the previous session. 8 directors. And of this 8 directors, 6 directors are appointed by Y Limited. Can I say Y Limited controls the composition of the board of directors? Yes or no? Yes. Y Limited controls the composition of the board of directors. So when I say Y Limited controls the composition of the board of directors, can I say Y Limited is the holding of X Limited? Yes, yes. If instead of 6, it was 5 directors, now what? Controls the composition? Yes. If instead of 5, it was 4, now what? No. Because it is right to appoint or remove majority of the directors. So what is the majority of 8? 4 is equal. Majority means more than half. More than half, ma'am, then 4.1, ma'am. I don't know how you appoint that 0.1 director. So obviously it is what? 5. Let's say X Limited has 1,50,000 shares. Of this 1,50,000 shares, Y Limited is holding, let's say 79,000 shares. Is it more than half? What is half of 1,50,000? 75,000. If you hold 75,000 one share, do you become holding subsidiary? Yes. The moment you hold even one more than half, it is what? Holding subsidiary. Let's say X Limited and Y Limited. What is the relationship? X Limited is the holding of Y Limited. Now, X Limited and Y Limited are together holding 32% and 29% of Z Limited. Tell me, can I say X Limited is the holding of Z Limited? And can I say Y Limited is the holding of Z Limited? Huh? Can I say X Limited is the holding of Z Limited? See, what is the definition saying? Controls, exercises or controls more than one half either at its own or together with one or more of its subsidiaries. Right? So, together, how much is X Limited holding? 32%. Standalone, is X Limited the holding subsidiary? No. Standalone, is Y Limited the holding subsidiary? No. But can I say X Limited through its subsidiary, it is also holding how much? 29. Can I say it is directly holding 32%, but through its subsidiary, it is holding how much? 29, which is equal to how much? So, can I say it is the holding of Z Limited? Yes or no? Can I also put it here like this? No. Is it clear to all of you? Can I move forward? Yes. Now, let's say X Limited has three subsidiaries: A Limited, B Limited, C Limited. A Limited is holding. So let's say there is another company Z Limited with 1 lakh shares. A Limited is holding 20,000. B Limited is holding 30,000. C Limited is holding 15,000. Can I say X Limited is the holding of Z Limited? Yes or no? Yes. How? Can I say directly it is holding 0%, but indirectly it is holding how much? 20 plus 30 plus 15, which is equal to how much? 65,000, which is more than half of 1 lakh. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Let's say X Limited is holding 62% in Y Limited. Y Limited is controlling the BOD of Z. Can I say X Limited is the holding of Y? Yes or no? Can I say Y is the holding of Z? Yes. Can I say X is the holding of Z? Yes. Huh? Oh, acha, acha, I'm so sorry. Now is it visible? Sorry. X Limited is holding 62% of Y Limited. Y Limited controls the composition of Z. Can I say X Limited is the holding of Y? Can I say Y Limited is the holding of Z? Can I say X is the holding of Z? Directly nothing, but through its subsidiary. It's clear to all of you. Yes? Okay. Now, associate company. Actually, let's say X Limited is holding 35% of total voting power of Y Limited. Can I call it holding subsidiary? Can I call it holding subsidiary? Why? Because for holding subsidiary, it has to be what? More than half. More than half. Here it is how much? 35. But can I call it associate company of X Limited? Yes or no? Yes. What is associate company? Where one company has a significant influence over the other. Obviously, X Limited is influencing, so X Limited cannot be associate. Who will be associate? Y Limited. Correct or not? Yes. Now tell me, is it clear to everyone? Yes. So, what is significant influence? Holding not at least 20% of the what? Voting power or what? Or business decisions. Or business decisions. Is it clear to all of you? Can we move forward? Yes. Government and foreign. What is government company? It will be associate. Business decisions. Appointing the directors is business decision. So it will be associate. Okay. Can I move forward? Yes. Government company. What is government company? In which not less than 51%. Please understand, this is more than half. The moment it is more than 50%, you become holding subsidiary. This is what? Not less than. So it is minimum how much? 51% is held by whom? Central government or state government or both of them put together. Now, if you are a subsidiary of a government company, will you become a government company? Yes. And includes a company which is a subsidiary of such government company. What is foreign company? Incorporated outside India and has a place of business in India. Place of business can be what? Direct or through an agent. It can be physical or online. Right? What is a Section 8 company? Non-profit. What is the object? To promote sports, science, arts, religion, charity, commerce, technology, environment. They do not distribute they cannot or they may not. Cannot. They cannot distribute dividends. So what do they do with the profits that they earn? They reinvest the profits into the business to promote the objects. They reinvest the profits into the business to promote the objects. Now tell me, will I just become a Section 8 company or will I have to apply? I have to apply. Where will I apply? With the central government. If the central government is satisfied, they will issue me a license. And tell me, once the license is issued, what will happen? I will become a Section 8 company. And then what will happen? I need not use the word limited or private limited after my name. Then what? Even a partnership firm can be a member. What happens if this company breaches the object? The license will be cancelled, revoked. And what happens if this license is revoked? It can no longer be a Section 8 company. Then what will happen? Uh-huh. It either has to convert into a private or a public company, or it may be ordered to be amalgamated, but with another Section 8 company, but having similar objects, or what? It may be ordered for winding up. But before any order is passed, the company will be given an opportunity of being heard. Amalgamation and winding up is a very drastic step. So we do that only in public interest, right? Dormant company. What is a dormant company? Which is formed for a future project or to hold any asset. And such company will not have any significant accounting What is significant accounting transactions? What is significant accounting transactions? Hmm? Anything other than this four is significant. What? Payment of fees to the register. Any expenses for maintenance of office and records. Then allotment of shares to fulfill the requirement of this act. Payment of any fees to fulfill the requirement of this act or any other act. Other than this four, everything else is what? Other than this four, everything else is what? Everything else is a significant accounting trust. What is an inactive company? What is an inactive company? What is an inactive company? Which is not carrying its business or has not filed its financial statement or annual return for 2 years, 2 financial years, or has no significant accounting transaction in the last 2 financial years. Now, before we go forward, I want to discuss a few questions. I want one question writing in Companies Act. Now or at the end? At the end? Acha, theek hai. There was this one question which was there in this paper, this term. I want to discuss that question actually. Hmm. I wanted to answer this question. Online, I want an answer. Online students, Mr. A cannot start an OPC. Mr. A is an Indian citizen and he has stayed in India for 115 days. If you see OPC ka condition says that you must be an what? Ravi, I did not understand what you're asking. First of all, is it mandatory for you to be an Indian citizen? Yes. Is it mandatory for you to stay for 120 days? No. So can Mr. A start an OPC? Yes. He appoints B as his nominee who is a foreign citizen but has stayed in India for 130 days. Huh? First, it doesn't make a difference how many days he has stayed. The fact that he's a foreign citizen cannot be appointed as a nominee. Correct? Okay, give me the answer to this question. Paid up capital is how much? 35 lakhs. And turnover is how much? 2.5 crores. Can it be considered as a small company? Yes. It fulfills both the conditions. Okay, this one. Is it a foreign company? No, why? Because it's incorporated. It's a company under the Companies Act, so it's not a foreign company. The question is it a foreign company? Don't go and write it's an inland company. Right? It's not a foreign company. Yes. I think all of these questions we've almost done. There was this one question that, I mean, there was two questions I wanted to discuss. This question I want you to answer. I actually wanted to write this answer in the class. Online, I want an answer. Two questions are there. What happened? Finally, one person has answered. Anywhere you answer, you answer there. Give answers. The state government of X, a state in the country, is holding 48 lakh shares of Y Limited. The paid up share capital of Y Limited is how much? 95 lakh shares. Tell me, what is 51%? Let's work it out, Venkatesh. Huh? What is 51% of 95 lakh? 48 lakh? 48.45 lakh, correct? How many shares are held? So, is Y Limited a government company? No, it is not a gov. The paid up capital, Y Limited directly holds 2,50,600 shares of what? Z Private Limited. And the capital of Z Private is how much? 5 lakh. So that means 5 lakh ka more than half is how much? 22 lakh 50,000. How much am I holding? 2 lakh 50,600. So can I say this is more than half? That means, can I say Y Limited is the holding of Z Private Limited? Correct? Z Private Limited claim the status of a subsidiary company. Can they do that? Yes. As well as a government company. No. Since Y Limited is not a government company, obviously Z is also not a. But is it a subsidiary? Yes. Here, all of you. Venkatesh, did you get it? Okay, this one. Huh? Government company. Huh? That was there, no? And includes a company which is a subsidiary of a government company. If the holding company is a government company, the subsidiary will automatically become a government company. Arey, but Y Limited is not a government company, no? What is which company is the holding company here? No, no. X is not a company, it is a state government. X is not a company, okay? X is what? The state government of X. X is a state. No, 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 no. X Limited is not a government company. X is not a government company. X is a state. Like, they have not said Karnataka. They said X. A state in the country. Huh. Then Y Limited is a government company. Then obviously because of that, Z Limited is also a government. Then it is a different thing. Huh. Got it? No problem. Anytime. Done? BC Private Limited and hey, this was not the question. Oh no. Yeah. But anyway, let's even talk about this. Same answer. What? Same answer. Oh, we discussed the same example also. First, in the first case, is it holding subsidiary? Holding how much? 90,000 plus 70,000, which is 1 lakh 60,000. What is the total shares? 3 lakh. More than half? Yes. And what would be the answer if the subsidiary was holding the, it would still be the same. This one. Online, I want you guys to answer. Is it a subsidiary? Why not? Huh? Because it is exactly 50. And whereas it has to be more than 50. The next one, why no? Because not carrying any voting rights. Clear? So I think we have discussed all the questions that I wanted to discuss. Just one, this one question. Good. Wrong contention. Will they get the status of a small company? Yes. Why? Because both the limits are fulfilled. But the answer is no. So whether the contention of the CS is correct? Yes. Why? Your answer is wrong. You all said yes, it's a small company. Correct or not? Why is your answer wrong? Because it's a holding subsidiary and the clause shall not apply. The clause shall not apply to a holding or a. Ah. Correct? Yes. So this is what? It cannot get the status of a small company. Chalo, we are done. Can I move forward to the next part now? Yes. So incorporation of the company. So if I want to incorporate my company, I have to make an application in Spice Plus. I have to file the documents. What documents? MOA, AOA, declaration. Who will give this declaration? The professional, a CA, CS, CMA, or an advocate in practice, or and by any one director, manager, or secretary. Another declaration will be given by all the directors and subscribers. What is the first declaration? We have fulfilled the requirements of the Act. What is the second declaration? Given by every director and subscriber, that I was not guilty of any offense in the incorporation of any other company. Second, while incorporating any other company, managing any other company, I had not conducted any fraud, and all information given is true to my knowledge. Address for correspondence, details of subscribers. What details? Name, surname, family name, address, occupation, photo ID. And if it is a body corporate, sin. Details of directors. What details of directors? What details of directors? Name, surname, family name, address, occupation, photo ID. Then, if it and director identification number. Can my director be a director of any other company or a partner of any other firm? Yes, details of those. And his consent to act as a director. The ROC will allot a SIN and issue a certificate of incorporation. If company is incorporated by giving false information and we come to know about it before incorporation, every person who is aware of this shall be liable under section 447. If after incorporation I come to know, then every person who has signed the document shall be liable under section 447. Tribunal can pass any of the following orders. Any orders for the regulation of the management of the company. Then direct that the liability of the members shall be what? Unlimited. Order for the removal of the name of the company or order for winding up or any other order as it deems fit. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Now, memorandum of association. What are the clauses of the memorandum of association? Name clause, registered office clause, object clause, liability clause, capital clause, and an association clause. When we talk about MOA, it tells us what the company can do. AOA tells us how the company will do it. Section 5, which tells us about the entrenchment clause. What is entrenchment clause? Providing additional safeguards. When I want to amend my AOA, I can amend it by passing which resolution? Special resolution. But I say, let's say this clause of AOA shall be altered only by 90% consent. This is what? This is what? This is entrenchment clause. The rest of the articles will be altered by special resolution, but this clause will be altered with the 90% consent. That, articles, the provisions, specified provisions of the articles may be altered only if conditions or procedures as are more restrictive than a special resolution are met. Correct? Now tell me, when can I put this entrenchment clause? When can I put this entrenchment clause? At the time of incorporation, yes or no? Yes. If I don't put it at the time of incorporation, can I do it later also? Yes. In case of a public company, that will be known as what? Amendment. In case of a public company, it should be agreed by whom? All the members. In case of a in case of a public company, special resolution. In case of a private company, it should be agreed by all the members. So in this case, I need the consent of all the members. What is ultra vires? Anything which is against the object clause. The company should not do anything which is against the object clause. And if they do anything which is against the object clause, it is what? Void. What is the consequence of ultra vires? It is void ab initio. Even the whole body of shareholders cannot ratify it. Can a single shareholder generally sue the company? No. But here, even if I'm holding one share also, can I sue the company? Yes. And the who are liable? Directors are personal. So, ma'am, I understand that company should know what the company can or cannot do, but how will the outsider know what the company can or cannot do? So, doctrine of constructive notice. What this says is that when under section 399, when you deposit a document with the ROC, it becomes a public document, and it is deemed that every person dealing with the company has knowledge. Not a real notice, constructive notice. Deemed that every person dealing with the company has what? Knowledge about it. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Doctrine of indoor management. Okay. Can I say constructive notice protects the outsiders? Protects the company against the outsiders. Yes or no? But don't you think we should also protect the company? Correct? Or we should. What's wrong? Can I also say we should also protect the outsiders? Yes. If then there is any discrepancy in the internal management, can we say outsiders that you should know about it? No. As an outsider, I can only know what the company can or cannot do. How the company can do, that is not my concern. If the company has to issue bonds, I only have to check whether the company can issue bonds or not. How the right to issue bonds is given is not my concern. This is known as what? Indoor management. So, a outsider is not responsible for any discrepancy in the internal management. He can hold the company liable. But tell me, if you are negligent or you know about the discrepancy, then can you actually claim any relief? No. So the indoor management actually protects the outsiders against the company. But if you have knowledge about the irregularity, or if you are negligent, or in case of forgery, or you're like, "Ah, I don't know the MOA, sorry, next time I will read and come." Can you claim any relief? No, it is your duty to know about. Clear, all of you? Shares can be divided under two heads. What are the two heads? Preference and equity. What is equity? Which is not preference. What is preference? Which has preferential rights. What preferential rights? In what? In winding up, payment in winding up, and payment of dividend. What are the different types of share capital? What are the different types of capital that we have? Nominal, issued, subscribed, called up, and paid up. Should I explain this? Sure. And with this, we are done with complete. Acha, lifting of corporate wheel, I actually ignored that. What are the cases where lifting of corporate wheel means we ignore the corporate structure of a company? And when I say we ignore the corporate structure of a company, what does that mean? What does that mean? The company and members are same. Company and members are same. In what all cases can we lift the wheel? Protection of revenue. What was the name of the case? Sir Dinshaw Manik G. Pettit, where he formed four companies to avoid payment of the taxes. What is the next one? Where the company is a sham or fraud. Where the company is a sham or fraud. What was the case? Guilford Motor Company versus Horn and Jones versus Lipman, where the company is formed to avoid the welfare legislations. Workmen of Associate Rubber Industries Limited Bhavnagar versus the Associate Rubber Industries Limited Bhavnagar. To determine the true character of the company, whether the company is an enemy company. What was the name of the case? Daimler Company Limited versus Continental Tire and Rubber Company Limited. You want me to discuss a few cases of indoor management or all this? Huh? I think these questions, we've all discussed these questions in the class actually. Tell me this question. Online, I will keep saying, but they won't even answer. 15 to 20 marks is the weightage of this chapter a week. The company must repay. The question is blurred. No, Suhas, it's visible, I think. Is it blurred? No, no, I'm not asking. I'm asking you guys in general. The company had to pass a special resolution. The company did not pass it. Is the bank responsible for that? Can the bank recover the whole money? Yes, absolutely. Under which head it comes, please tell me. Can we say it is doctrine of indoor management, correct or not? Yes. So we are done with this. And before we go to partnership, should we take a 2 minutes break? Yes. 5 minutes. I'll not give you lunch break because I'll another maybe 45 minutes we will be done. If you take a lunch break, 30 minutes will be wasted for that for no reason. Please. And I actually have a flight in the evening, so I have to leave by 2 to 15 max. Okay? So I'll see you in 5 minutes. Be back in 5 minutes. Okay, so tell me, what is partnership? Partnership is a relationship between two or more persons who have agreed to share the profits of the business carried by all or any one or more acting for all. So tell me, what are the essentials of partnership? It is an association of two or more persons. Then there is an agreement. Agreement can be what? Express or imply. When I say agreement, what is the minimum and maximum number? What is the minimum and maximum number? Minimum is 2, maximum is not given under the Partnership Act, it's given under the Companies Act. And what is the maximum? Maximum is 50. What happens if it is more than 50? It becomes an illegal association. Becomes an illegal association, right? Then tell me, what is the next one? Business. What do I mean by business? There should be a any lawful business, and who will carry this business? All the partners together, or any one or more acting for all. Now, this active partner who carries the business on behalf of the others, he acquires a what? He acquires what? A twofold character. He is the agent as well as the principal. For the other partners, he is their agent. And to the third party, he is what? He is the principal. Correct? Now, then next tell me, when we talk about partnership, it's an agreement for what? To share profits. In what ratio do I share profits? Agreed ratio. And if nothing is agreed, equally. In what ratio do I share the losses? Agreed ratio. And if nothing is agreed? No. No. Profit sharing ratio. If my God, if the PSR is 4 is to 2 is to 1 and loss nothing is given, how will you share it? So then why then is it equal? Is it capital or is it profit sharing ratio? Huh. If PSR is not given, how will you share it? If loss ka nothing is given, how will you share it? Why 1 is to 1 is to 1? Because nothing is given or because that is the profit sharing ratio? Huh. Is it clear to everyone? Now tell me, sharing of profits, is it the prima facie evidence or the conclusive evidence? Is a When two or more people share the profits of the business, we can say that okay, they may be partners, but is it conclusive? No. But if we also see mutual agency, then we can actually conclude that there is partnership. So sharing of profits is prima facie evidence of partnership. The true test is what? Mutual agency. Is it clear to everyone? Then next, tell me, what are the different types of partners that we have? Active partner. Acha, before this, what are the different types of partnership that we have? Partnership for a fixed period, particular partnership, partnership at will. What is partnership for a fixed period? It is formed for a specified period of time. What happens once the period is over? The partnership is dissolved. A firm is dissolved. Can we continue? Yes. It becomes a partnership at will. What is partnership for a fixed? What do you say? Particular partnership. Formed for a particular purpose. What happens once the purpose is over? The firm is dissolved. Can we continue? Yes. It becomes a partnership at will. What is partnership at will? Huh? It is There is no time given to determine. So how long will continue? As long as we want. What is the most unique feature of a partnership at will? Any partner can give a written notice and retire from the firm or dissolve the firm. When a partnership for a fixed period or a particular partnership converts into a partnership at will, what will be the rights and liabilities of the partners? They will remain the same, but the rule of partnership at will apply. Now, what are the different types of partners? Active partner, sleeping partner, who is a nominal partner? Who lends his name to the firm? Is he liable to the outsiders for the acts of the firm? Yes. Who is a sub partner? Who's a sub partner? When a partner agrees to share a part of his profits with another. My question is, when we talk about sub partner, in case of sub partner, is he actually a partner of the firm? No. So is he, can we hold him liable in case of any, can he be held liable? No. Who is partner in profits only? They share only the profits, not the losses. Are they liable to the outsiders for the acts of the firm? Yes, liability is for every partner. Then tell me, what is the next one? Sleeping partner. Does he bring in, is he liable to the outsiders for the acts of the firm? Huh? Yes, liability is for every partner. Partners by estoppel or holding out. I am not your partner, but in front of a third party, you say I'm your partner and I keep quiet. Or I am not a partner and I go and tell the third party I'm a partner of the firm. In both the cases, will I be liable? And my liability will be what? Severe. If a partner who's supposed to give notice retires without giving any notice, will he also be considered as a partner by estoppel or holding out? Yes. So I want you to solve these three cases. We have discussed this. All the three cases? Acha, acha. We have discussed this.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Very good. Second third one is third was the third one is no. It's a expensive same one for it. Third one. The same one. Same one like the customer. Probably didn't know. After the end of the movie, yes, thank you. Thank you. Why? Yes, but Jaga. No. It's not one. It's for the cheaper. I can go to the. It's the bigger than I can wait for. Make people say. Oh my God, it's sexy. I'm going to. What's it? That's it. One. I'll do purchase. Is a deal and I'm the way. And then other business and other business. Okay, now. That's like you're like, several partners. I'm like that. And then, this is African. You know this. Why? Agreement here, here. I can't. I don't know. I didn't know that's how I was. I don't want to government. Are you? This one, yeah, no. Yeah, like, last one. And it's a and that's what yeah, but I have even a service in my area. With getting with something that they was putting I'm not that campus, but for my money, they on me. Possible. Is there any ever be better? See, the other music was just general. It's all like, yeah, I know. I made it. So the key of it, twice. Everyone. It is. I was making. And soon, yeah, like, some of the product mix. That's the main one. I'm not going to. Yes.
I actually met Rajvardhan sir and we got talking. Yes, we started. Nilesh was also there, so we all started talking. Okay, X, Y, and Z agree to divide the profits equally, but the loss, if any, is to be borne by X alone. Is it a case of partnership? Yes. We can have partners who do not share the losses. X, a publisher, agrees to publish a book at his own expense, written by Y, and to pay Y half of the net profits. Does it create a relationship between no? All the expenses are to be borne by X. That means this is not partnership. Then, ma'am, half of the profit that I'm paying, That is just a royalty. That is just a royalty. So this will be, is Y liable to the paper supplied? No. Why? Because he's not a, no. A and B purchase a tea shop and incur additional expenses for purchasing utensils, each contributing half of the expense. The shop is leased rent. Renting is never a what? Partnership. Renting is never considered as partnership. Is it clear to all of you? Can I move forward? Yes. So moving on. These questions, since we have done it in the class, I'm not going into it. Okay? Okay, give me this answer. This we have not discussed. Give me this answer.
And if you are all of
All of the.
this, yes.
Sure.
Yeah, single notice.
But is he an active partner?
No.
Then, but is he a partner? Huh? Sure. Okay. Now, can I move forward to the next one? Yes. What are the rights of a partner? What are the rights? Sorry, minor. Can a minor be a partner of a firm? Can a minor be a partner of a firm? No, he can only be admitted to the benefits of the firm. Tell me, when a minor is admitted to the benefits of the firm, what are the rights and liabilities of the minor? Let's talk about the rights first. What? Check, inspect, and copy the accounts of the firm. He can he will get, obviously, he'll get a share of profits. And if he does not get a share of profits, can he sue the other partners? Yes. Provided he severs all his connections with the firm. Then tell me, next, what is liability? Up to his share in partnership. Up to his share in partnership. After he attains majority, can he continue to be a partner? No. No. Within 6 months from the day he attains majority or the day he comes to know he was a beneficiary, whichever is later, he must give a notice of whether he wants to become a partner or not. What happens if he fails to give notice? He will automatically become a partner of the firm. If he does not become a partner, obviously he'll leave. If he becomes a partner, what is his rights and liabilities? What will be his rights and liabilities? Rights will be the same. Liability from the day he was admitted to the benefits of the firm. Now tell me, what are the rights of a partner? What are the rights of a partner? First, right to take part in the business. Ma'am, only active partner does that, no? Unless I say you are active, everyone is active. So, right to take part in the business. What else? Right to right to right to be consulted. If it is a day-to-day matter, majority consent is sufficient. But if it is a managerial decision, I need the consent of all. Then next, huh? Sorry, access to the books of accounts. But it should be done bona fide. Then right to share of profits. Remuneration, is it a right? No. Why not? Because you're getting profits. But when do you get remuneration? If it is mentioned in the agreement or if it is the tradition of the firm. Then tell me the next one. What is the next one? Interest on capital. Will you get interest on capital? No. But if when do you get interest on capital? If it is mentioned in the agreement or if it is the tradition of the firm or what? Uh-huh. Or if there is a statutory provision that law says anywhere, any law says it should be paid. Then tell me, what is the next one? Right on interest on advance. Or advance is something over and above the capital. Is it my duty to pay? Yes. It's a loan. You and Acha, tell me, interest on capital is paid up to which date? Up to the date the firm is operating. Interest on advance is paid up to which date? Up to the day I don't repay the money. Correct? Then tell me next. Bolo. Next. What is the next one? Right to be indemnified. I have paid on behalf of the firm. Correct or not? I have paid on behalf of the firm. Can I recover the money back from the firm? Yes. Now, tell me when we talk. Give me the answer to this one. We have discussed this question, if I'm not wrong. If we have discussed, we'll not waste our time. We'll go to the next one. We have discussed this, right? Sure. Personal profits earned by a partner. Tell me, can a partner earn any secret profits from the firm? No. If he earns any secret profits from any transactions of the firm, or by using the name or assets of the firm, or what from any business which is competing with the firm, what will happen? He must give a share of the profit to the other partners. He must give a share of the profit to the other partners. Tell me, if a partner can a partner be stopped from doing a personal business? Yes. But he starts a personal business which is not competing with the firm. Can he do that? Are you sure? Think and tell me. Can he do? The agreement says he cannot start any he cannot start any personal business. Then can he do it? No. If he starts a personal business, what will happen in that case? He will have to give what? He will have to give the damages to the other partners. Give me the answer to this case. Sure. Why? Secret profits, right? Now tell me implied authority of a partner. What does implied authority of a partner say? Any act done by the partner in the ordinary course of the business shall bind whom? Shall bind whom? Shall bind the firm. However, the act must be done in the ordinary course. If the act is not done in the ordinary course of the business, but the other partners ratify it, then what will happen? Then what will happen? Who will be liable in that case? In that case, the firm will be liable, right? In that case, the firm will be liable. Now tell me, when we talk about implied authority, what is not within the implied authority of a partner? What is not within the implied authority of a partner? He cannot submit a dispute. He cannot submit a dispute to the arbitrator. Can he hire a lawyer? Yes. He cannot relinquish or compromise any money that is owed to what? Owed by any third party. He cannot withdraw any case filed on behalf of the firm, cannot admit any liability against the firm in any case filed against the firm. Can he open a bank account in his own name? No, he cannot open a bank account in his own name on behalf of the firm. Then now he cannot transfer immovable property on behalf of the firm. He cannot enter into a partnership in the name of the firm. You want me to explain any point? No? Now tell me, can a partner's authority be extended or restricted? Yes. How? That means, can I give a partner a little more or a little less authority? Yes. How? How? Am I going fast? Sure, no? How? By express agreement. How does it affect a third party? If the third party knows about it, he is bound by it. But if the third party does not know about it, he is not bound by it. Is it clear to all of you? Yes? I want you to answer this question.
Yes, and
Yes and no.
yes, yes.
Why in the first case is it yes? Because the third party does not know. Whereas in the second case, the third party knows. And when the third party knows, can we say the third party is bound by it? Yes. Can we move to the next one? Yes. Now tell me, when does dissolution? I think after this there was dissolution only, right? Dissolution of partnership. Tell me, any important topic which I missed out in between? I mean, there are a few topics I know. Admission by a partner acts in emergency. But anything important that I missed out? Acts in emergency, there was this one question. Let's discuss that question. Huh. Right? Not to be?
Version of already.
No, that we will do in dissolution. No? Huh?
Version of a partner.
Arey, we have not done dissolution of for partnership. Before that, anything else? No? Dissolution of partnership takes place when? Can I also say this is reconstitution of partnership? Yes. Takes place when? Admission, retirement, death, insolvency. Huh? No. Insolvency, no, before expulsion and transfer of shares. First, admission. How can, oh madam, how can a partner be admitted to partnership? With the consent of all or express agreement, right? With the consent of all the partners or by express agreement. When a partner joins the firm, what are his rights and liabilities?
Same as
Same as a right, so we cannot, because that can be anything that they agree. What is his liability? From when? From the day he joined the firm. A minor is liable from the day he was admitted to the benefits. This guy is liable from the day he joins. Can he agree to be liable from a prior date? Yes. But it does not give the third party any right to sue him. Then tell me, what is the next one? Huh? What is the next one? Retirement. What is retirement? A partner leaves the firm. How can a partner leave the firm? Consent of all or express agreement or in case of partnership at will by giving a written notice. What is the liability of the retiring partner up to the date of retirement? What are the rights of the retiring partner? Uh-huh. He will get his share of profits and property. Then profits property. Again, if his accounts are not settled, it should be settled. If it is not settled, now he will either get his share will be treated as a loan and he will get interest on loan, or he will get subsequent profits. Depends on whatever he wants. If a partner retires from the firm, can he carry a similar business as that of the firm? Yes, if the agreement does not stop him, right? Tell me, what are the liabilities up to the date of notice? When I say notice, in case of those partners where public notice has to be given, date of public notice. In case of others, the date of notice of retirement. Then tell me, what is expulsion? Sorry, what in case of death? What is the rights and liability? Can I say the moment a partner is dead, he ceases to be a partner of the firm? Correct or not? What are the rights and liabilities? Same as? Sure. Same as retiring partner. But here it goes to the legal assets. Tell me, liability. Who is liable? Until when are they liable? Who is liable? Legal heirs are never personally liable. The estate, the property of the deceased is liable up to the date of death. Then tell me, next one, insolvency. The moment a partner is declared insolvent, can we say he ceases to be a partner of the firm? Yes or no? Now tell me, when a partner is insolvent, what are the rights and liabilities? Can I say no rights, no liabilities? Why? Uh-huh. Why? Because he's insolvent. What liability? Right? We don't give him his share. The share vests with the other partners. Can we say this is assignment by operation of law? Yes. Expulsion. What is expulsion? A partner is thrown out of the firm. When I say a partner is thrown out of the firm, okay, in case of expulsion, when we say partner is thrown out of the firm, can you please tell me expulsion can take place with whose consent and what are the provisions for expulsion? Majority consent, express agreement, and good faith. Most important is good faith. If expulsion is not in good faith, expulsion is null and void. What is good faith? In the interest of partnership, partner to be expelled is served with a notice and is given an opportunity of being heard. Tell me, when a partner is expelled, okay, can we say rights liabilities are the same as other partners? Yes or no? In other cases, yes. What is transfer of rights? What is transfer of rights? Partner sells his share. I mean, he either pledges or mortgages or sells his share, full or half, anything, whole or part of his share to another person. Should the other person be a partner of the firm? No, not necessary. And when we talk about transfer of shares, it can take place either with the consent of all or by express agreement. Can you tell me what are the rights of the transferee? Ironically, I say rights, but other than profits, no rights. He cannot check, inspect, and copy the accounts. He cannot take part in the business. Tell me, on dissolution, what will he get? He will get his share of profits. And to determine his share of profits, he is given a statement of affairs as on that day. Is it clear to everyone? Give me this answer. Finish? Can we move forward? What is the answer? Whether P's estate is liable for the price of the furniture. Why not? Huh? Why? Because it's after the death. Whether does it make any difference if they did not they if they supplied the furniture believing that all the three were alive? No. Doesn't matter. The moment he is dead, he is no longer, huh? Tell me the answer to this. Rights of P and Q to start a competing business. Can they start? Yes, if the agreement does not stop them. Will they get their share of profits? Yes. If the accounts are not settled, the partners have a right to the subsequent share of profits. Can we move forward? Now tell me, when a partnership firm is dissolved, okay, I think we have done this question. In the class, we have done this. Huh? He was drunk and misbehaved with the other partner's wife and he was expelled. We have already done this. Right. So tell me, when we talk about partnership, when we talk about registration of partnership firm, is it mandatory or is it optional? optional, but it is always desirable that the firm should be registered. Now tell me, why do we say it is desirable that the firm should be registered? Why do we say it is desirable that the firm should be registered? Huh? Because an unregistered firm cannot sue a third party, but can a third party sue the firm? Yes. Then they cannot claim a set off of more than rupees 100. And one more point was there. Huh? They cannot sue the partners. They cannot sue each other except for the dissolution of the firm. Now tell me, if a partnership firm wants to sue a third party, what conditions have to be fulfilled? The firm should be registered and the partners suing must be named as partners of the firm. Okay? Now tell me, if I say registration of partnership, uh, we completed everything, no? Now tell me, when does the partnership firm dissolve? When does dissolution of firm take place? Huh? When does dissolution of partnership take place? Sorry, firm. Dissolution of firm take place. It can be with the order of the court or without the order of the court. Without the order of the court, when all? By agreement. Then, by agreement. What is by agreement? All the partners mutually decide to dissolve the firm. Happening of certain contingencies. What is this happening of certain contingencies? The firm was formed for a period, the period is over. The firm was formed for a purpose, the purpose is over. A partner is dead, a partner is insolvent. Except one, all are dead, except one, all are insolvent. In all of these cases, what will happen? The firm is dissolved. Then next, tell me, what in all of these cases that we discussed, what are the two cases where it is mandatory that the firm should be dissolved? Huh? Except one, all are dead or all are insolvent. Two cases where the firm is mandatorily dissolved. So, when a partnership firm, now with the order of the court, when will the court order that the partnership firm should be dissolved? Huh? When an application is made, who can make an application? Any partner or even an outsider. Can you tell me what are the cases where the firm is dissolved? Uh-huh. Sorry, business is illegal. Illegal association. What is illegal association? More than 50. Right? Then, okay. Permanent incapacity of an active partner, perpetual losses, consistent breach of contract by a partner. Correct or not? Yes. Except one, all are dead or all are insolvent or any just and equitable wrong. Is it clear to everyone? Huh? Deadlock in the management. Now tell me, when a firm is dissolved, till what date will the firm be continuing? Acha, just hold on a second. Give me the answer to this question. Till when? Will the firm be liable? Yes. So partners remain liable till public notice is not given. Correct? Partners remain liable till public notice is not given. Now tell me, when we talk about dissolution, what is the order for payment in case of dissolution? First, outside liabilities, then partners' loan, then partners' capital, and then it was asked in this exam only, December, this question was asked. So, and if there is any surplus, it is distributed amongst the partners in their profit sharing ratio. In case of deficit, that is, if the firm's assets are not sufficient to pay up to the capital, that is a deficit, right? In case of deficit, what will happen? Ha 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 ha. The other partners, what? Huh? The partners should contribute. In what ratio? In their profit sharing ratio. Now tell me, when I say partners should contribute in their profit sharing ratio, tell me, when we talk about they should contribute, if a partner has both personal debts as well as what? Partnership debts, in what ratio will they I mean, first they will pay what? They will first pay their personal debts and then their partnership debts. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. With this, we are done with Partnership Act.